Hello there. Almost didn't see you. It's beautiful to see you, though. You look good. Anyway, welcome back. Nice to see you. You are watching another episode of this podcast with
Dubois. Hell yeah.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Something like.
That was a good one.
Anyway, you know, it's been another week. How's it been?
Thank you for asking. I've actually been pretty sad.
Good. You know, so we're gonna just hop right in. And you usually start, with music. I didn't give you a chance this time. I will give Calvin a chance to explain the song, though, or just tell us what it is.
Darn. My song recommendation today, God, it's sliding, is DTMF by Bad Bunny.
Oh, no.
So, there's a reason I recommended it, but the song itself, he's basically kind of talking about, like, it seems kind of, from what I looked in the lyrics, like a lost love. I don't know if it specifies whether it's like lost by like death or like they broke up and he hasn't seen her. But he basically kind of saying like, I wish I was able to give you like kisses and hugs and take pictures with you and basically like continue to make memories. And then he kind of like talks about like some things that have like happened in his life with his like friends and stuff since, whatever happened. Really good song. I'm sure you probably, if you use TikTok, which RIP in like 12 hours. Last week. My bad. You've probably seen the trend where people are kind of putting pictures of like their grandparents or like their animals or just people that they've lost, like loved ones. So it kind of can be worked for both. But for me, I like the song. I don't listen to Bad Bunny that much, but I decided to give his new album a try. I like some of the songs, but this song I like because it kind of hits a little home for me. But overall, good song. Give it a listen. If you don't understand Spanish, feel free to look up the lyrics or just vibe out to it. That's my spiel.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Alex.
Hell yeah. It's my turn. Oh, no. I'm going to see if I can remember it without looking. My song is St. Paul Missionary Baptist Church Blues. And that song is by La Dispute. I know what you might be saying. La Dispute? Them? Hold on, though. They're pretty good. Give them another chance. If you've heard them, if you haven't, give them a chance in general. You're actually going to have to because we're putting it somewhere where you'll find out after. Anyway.
Unless you know already because you've been watching and following.
I know sometimes memory's bad, though, so we got to keep letting you know.
True.
And for the people that are new. Anyway, this song, very good. It's like slightly different. It's like their usual style, but slightly different because it's like slightly more in a song form, like other than like them kind of flowing over music. Like, fucking. Anyway, it's good. It's one of my favorite songs by them. And essentially, so he talks about a church that used to be like in the neighborhood where he grew up. Well, is in the neighborhood where he grew up. About like how like back in the day it was very like bustling. People went every like week for church, the service, and like everybody was full of faith and hope and stuff like that. But over time, like it kind of people started like going less and less and less, to the point where the church closed down, and then the church is like now like abandoned and like kind of just like what's the word? A fossil of like what it used to be, you know what I mean? Like of the past.
Good job.
You're welcome.
Good job.
And then he akins that to essentially like the human experience, was where we're younger, we're full of hope and faith and like a lust for life, essentially. But like as time goes on and the world kind of beats us down, you know what I mean? Over time we get more eroded and it feels like that, you know what I mean? And I was like, okay, he's kind of spitting right now. Anyway, but it's a good song. You should listen to it. A lot of speed is goated. It's my turn. It's my time. Actually, matter of fact, episode's over. Wrap it up.
Crazy. Well, thank you guys for joining us.
We
That
have
was
been.
really nice.
Sorry, Sean. You can.
My song recommendation is Pleasure is a Stranger by Doomscope. Now, full transparency, this is a band that I discovered because my barber is in it.
Oh, you did? So I don't even like put two and two together.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's really cool.
He's in a band. He plays the bass.
Oh, yeah.
I could have sworn he was supposed to be the drummer. because on his
Maybe he
Instagram,
changed.
it's a lot of drum.
Maybe he can play
does a lot of drum
multiple
stuff, but I guess he's just talented like that.
multi-talented.
But yeah, he, I followed him on Instagram, and his band started posting about it, and he was obviously sharing the stuff. So I took a little look-see a while ago, and I listened to one of their first song, which I think is this one, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty good. But then I kind of didn't really go back to it for a while, but I recently went back to it again because they put out a second song that's also very good. And I was listening to this one again. I was like, man,
They're kind of
this is actually kind of a hitter.
Okay.
So I figured I'd recommend it today.
Yeah, bro,
So
if it pops off, you're gonna lose a barber.
low key, I be thinking about that sometimes. I'm like,
hit
I
him up.
want
really
homie
no
to
more.
succeed and get famous, but I don't want nobody else to cut my hair.
I get it.
Yeah, I heard. Sorry to change the subject, but I heard that a man's loyalty to his barber is everything.
It's one of those things that is important.
Yeah,
It's almost
know?
like an unspoken
I get
rule.
it.
It is. It's just one of those weird things that are ingrained into us. Why? I don't know. But it's just if a man, the crazy thing is a man will low key cheat on his girlfriend before he'll cheat on his barber.
yeah,
true.
no,
That's crazy.
honestly, I
Crazy.
heard that too.
and they'll honestly be more apologetic to the barber.
Yeah.
Exactly. Low key.
Crazy.
Cool.
That being
Well,
said, Nate, me and you forever.
Nice. Okay. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, listen to Pleasure is Stranger. Listen to their other song as well. Doomscope is the band. And look out for the bassist because that's my barber.
Oh, yeah.
So
Bob.
That's
Yeah.
a barber.
shout out to you, Nate. Shout out Doomscope, stream Doomscope. And yeah.
Yes, sir.
nice. Alrighty, well, my music recommendation this week is an oldie but a goodie. It is "Smile" by Lily Allen. This song, it's kind of she just was broken up with. She's going through a really bad time, but she's kind of saying F that. She's going to smile no matter what. She's going to get through it. She's going to get through life. And no matter what happens, she's just going to smile at the end of the day. And it has a really good beat. And I feel like it's one of those songs that it kind of reminds you that although shitty things can happen, you smile, you get through it, and you just kind of laugh about it, I guess. And I think the music video is really funny. She if I remember correctly, she trashes the man's apartment for some reason. I think he was cheating on her. I don't remember the full story,
She had a
but
reason.
you guys should go check it out and check out all other music that we recommend because it's really good.
Facts.
And
gotta
that's my
find it.
spiel.
I lied earlier. We're not telling you.
Where is it?
Sorry.
Yeah, do you guys know where to look for it? It's like a Blue's Clues.
Yeah. We'll leave a trail, but you can't I'm not gonna just tell you. Anyway.
No, go ahead.
Just go into the description.
What are you saying over there?
I'm
He's coughing.
I'm burping.
And go into the description, and you'll find a link for the Dubois music recommendations. It's a playlist on Spotify.
Who's talking?
I don't, you hear something?
Sorry, I'm a gassy. I had to burp.
Just use my head.
If you don't, they'll kill my family. So please listen to the playlist.
That is not true.
I don't know what just happened, but I can assure you whatever was said is true. Anyway,
I don't know what we're talking about.
he said it. I don't think I need to say it again.
What?
Find it. I will say it again though. You can find find all of these songs on In with the
On-
Hey, Ray, wrap it up, buddy.
Recommendation.
No, wrap it up, buddy.
He's
Playlist.
trying to hit the word count.
On
Double
in
spaced.
and or around when I and
Who
you
is
when
anyway
Dubois music recommendations.
Playlist.
search bar. All right.
Put it in the search bar.
Anyway.
Thank you for sticking around if you haven't left yet.
Yeah, hey, you're goated. Yeah. So how's everybody been doing? Nope. Oh, all right. Pause again. Ref.
pause.
Ref.
She's gonna come back on camera red as hell.
Low key. Yeah, low key.
It gave the same vibe. It was so funny.
It's not you, bro.
That's the boy version of that.
No, I'm loose.
Okay.
We're
I
back.
got it together. Hopefully.
We're back.
We're
My
back.
week. Sorry, not my week. We're not doing weeks.
Well, I just said like how
How's
you
my
been.
time?
I said how you.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
I
know.
just how you been.
All right, cue me in, bro.
Cut.
Today on the episode, we have someone special. Calvin.
Yo, is that Calvin? Yo, Calvin's here.
Oh God.
All right.
We've been doing that every time Calvin joins the Discord call.
Yeah.
It does feel kind of nice.
He loves
glad
it. It's
you
like
like
he
it.
gets
Oh,
cheered
yeah.
on. That's cute.
Yeah, how's my time been?
Yeah. On Earth.
It's been a little rough.
Damn.
You know?
That's real.
The TikTok ban has kind of ruined my brain. I can't doom scroll anymore. And I need my
brain
doom scroll,
rot.
bro. I need my brain rot,
Yeah.
bro. I'm starting to feel things crawling around my
Facts.
body that's not aren't there.
That might be something
All
else.
right.
What do you mean?
We'll talk after the show.
What?
I need TikTok, guys.
But yeah, the TikTok ban, it is low key very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because like at least for us, as far as Dubois is concerned, TikTok is kind of our largest platform.
Mm-hmm.
So like, especially like as of late, with the Epic episode or the Epic stuff and the Walking Dead and Life is Strange stuff, we've been getting a lot more interactions on there, more comments, more likes, more views. Just to lose it all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
I
Pause.
knew we were on a.
So, what if like it doesn't get banned
That's literally what I was just thinking.
and like we're doing all this?
And hey, thank
know,
God.
It anyway. And
And then I'll print a retraction in the in the edit.
like TikTok did not get banned.
You heard it here for first, folks. As far as we are right now when we're recording this, TikTok is still up and running. However, tomorrow is when it's supposed to go dark.
Yeah.
Dog.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to see what happens.
Supreme
Thunder.
Court 9-0. They low diffed.
Facts.
There's
Or
just,
no diffed.
it's just, I don't know. There's just so many other important things to focus on besides
That's what I'm saying,
an
bro.
app.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
An app that like literally
They're
has
taking my information.
literally the only thing that TikTok has done is unify groups of individuals that like didn't
You're
even
almost there. You're almost
like,
the reason why they don't want to.
You're dancing around it. You're getting there.
but it's like it's such a community based platform, and they're literally just trying to take it all away, and it's bullshit. And I hope it doesn't go through, and I hope that come by the time this episode comes out, like hopefully the TikTok ban something happened. Like hopefully something happens, and they're like, actually no, we can put our resources towards better things. I know that's probably impractical.
Yeah.
But, you know, you never know. You can be hopeful, I guess. I can live in Lululand for a little bit. You know, it's fine.
About 12 hours.
No, but it's just so sad. Like I've been seeing a lot of like people who have like who got big off of something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like redoing that thing for like one last time. And low key, I almost started crying yesterday. I know it's just TikTok, but like it's something. It just feels like it's like when you're graduating high school, like your last day of school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're in
Honestly-
college. So when you went to college too, so
Yeah.
yours was extended. But like,
It's okay.
you know, like it's
TikTok
just,
got me through college.
yeah, it's just like, damn, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know a lot of people are like, you feel that way because you're just addicted, and like, okay, to some degree I am, but whatever. But like,
die.
Just a little bit.
but like at the same time, like it is like for me at least the one social media that I have that I'm like I actually enjoy using.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like Facebook doesn't do it for
No,
me.
Facebook sucks.
Twitter, I literally only scroll when I have absolutely nothing to do,
Yeah.
or if I'm bored.
Yeah.
And it's not great. Twitter has been ass for a while now.
Especially
Yeah,
for this guy.
Yeah, I'm for you. But like TikTok for me, like I find out like gaming news. I find like,
Yeah.
recipes for like things I want to try to make. Like I find a lot of stuff on there, and a lot of people have like
Watch it cook it with Kaya.
built careers. You're watching
You
that,
better know.
No, I don't
Just kidding.
I was like,
not me.
Cooking
Yeah.
with Calvin.
oh hell yeah.
I like
Well,
the
I
sound of
only
that
got
a little bit.
12 hours to do this. And you're like, we're not doing the podcast. We're actually let's go to the kitchen, guys. But yeah, no, like people have like built their brands or like started businesses off of it, like
Yeah.
grown from it, and even like music. I have found so much music from
Dude,
TikTok. All those
facts.
artists that have like been able to pop off and do well don't have that outlet anymore because the other things don't work for it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, Threads is not doing it.
No.
I
Not at all.
haven't used it, and I'm not
I
going
refuse to
I
use
don't.
Threads.
I don't want to know. It's BS.
But like Instagram isn't a good place to discover
No.
artists. Twitter is a
No.
terrible place to discover
Yes.
artists. Facebook, the only thing on there is AI pictures of girls with like 6 arms saying "It's my birthday today, leave a like," and like old people
Never
old.
seen shit like that.
And that video where they take like 8 pieces of chocolate and then they cut it down the middle. They take one
then
piece of
they
chocolate
react
away,
to
and then
it,
like that's all that
1
Facebook
minute
is.
crafts.
Yeah.
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 Or just violent misinformation about
Yeah.
like whatever the Democrats are doing or
definitely.
whatever the fuck. So like that's it. That's all you find on there. So it's all the other social medias are not interesting. With TikTok, you discover music. I've been using it to like find about like low calorie recipes and things to help me on my journey. I have a whole bunch of like saved things for my D&D
I
prep
have,
that I will
like-
go back
A
to.
lot of like art stuff.
I have over
Yeah.
100 saved collections
Yeah.
alone in
Oh,
my
damn.
TikTok. I have like 4,000 saved videos, like no BS, like everything from like wedding stuff to like decor to like outfits to like things that I want to make. Like TikTok literally has been such an inspirational platform.
Yes.
It's
Facts.
bonkers that they are taking it away.
Yeah.
I have
And
writing
I-
stuff that I haven't gotten to like utilize yet, and I know when the time comes I'm gonna forget about it. And also like I have like 3 separate playlists that are or collections that are all like edits. One of them is sad edits for when I'm in that mode.
Yes, sir.
One of them
In that mode.
One of them is edits of awesome and powerful and beautiful women like Rhea Ripley and Maki from Jujutsu Kaisen,
yeah.
right? And then I have another one that's a secret third thing that I can't remember what it is right now, but I have edits for stuff.
Secret.
I have a one that's like for videos specifically that have made me like genuine belly laugh,
Nice.
like where I've like lost my mind laughing at. That one's a special place. That's for a collect few.
Yes, sir.
And it's just like all of that stuff is going away, and it's like I've thought about saving some of it like to my phone, but it feels so pointless.
Yeah, it
You
takes
know?
up so much storage.
I just hope that when TikTok does go away, that I get to keep my Chinese spy.
Yeah, I hope we stay.
I
in
hope he
contact.
finds like a
you
place
can
to
go
hide in my
to the
phone,
Red
Yeah.
so
Note.
they can't catch him.
Yeah, true.
We could become pen pals. And I could like tell them what's going on in America.
I open my notes and there's like a paragraph there. He's just typing out to me.
I'm just mad they didn't tell us how much better life was beforehand.
True.
Low key.
It's like y'all could have told us this beforehand. Like, why we finding out now?
Yeah, facts.
And I think it's very, very hypocritical for our government to ban TikTok. And I think Donald Trump like signed it into the bill like years ago, and
Well,
Biden carried it on.
So Donald Trump started it, but then it got
Yeah.
dropped.
Yeah.
But then they brought it back up,
Yeah.
and then
Brandon
Brandon signed it into whatever.
But either way, both parties
Yeah.
have attempted and or whatever have had a hand in this, and it's very hypocritical when the election that just ended, they were heavy,
That's what a lot of
heavily
people are
promoting
saying.
everything on both sides.
Yeah.
And then like once it's done, whoever won or lost, whatever, it's like, all right, let's get rid of it now, wrap it up. We got what we needed. It's like, come on.
And
bro.
also,
But that's America
how are
for
you gonna use that
we got
platform
what
that
we
you
needed
claim
and now we're done.
Yeah.
is taking all this information that you don't want China to have, but then actively using it? Like I don't.
Yeah.
and then on the same note, selling it yourself
Yes.
to places like China and all that other stuff. Also, for what it's worth,
Uh-huh.
they already have the information.
Yeah,
Also true.
Like,
So,
it's there, and it's the same thing as everything Meta has. All of our information that
Yeah.
Meta's
Exactly.
got,
That
everything
has-
that,
that they've also
Elon now
sold.
has access to with
Yeah.
owning Twitter. Like
Yeah.
you know,
Top 10 anime betrayal.
Also, no
Low-key.
Timu ban
Facts.
or any of those other kind of websites.
No things that are of actual like real importance
that
and that are
actually
gonna
scam
cause
you.
actual
Okay.
real change. Like there are things that they can devote all this power and energy to that they're not obviously that I'm not gonna list on this podcast. But that they can put it towards and they're not. They're choosing instead to ban an app that brings people together. Like if that doesn't show you that their priorities are completely incorrect, like
Completely fucked.
I hate the people.
And also to talk about it, to talk about the political aspect
Yep.
of this.
Yep.
What is it about the Democratic Party that they just never want a W? Because Biden's Brandon signed in a thing where they're not going to enforce the fines or whatever to basically put it off for Trump to deal with, right?
Yeah.
which, like, in one instance, kind of based. Biden said, like, that's your problem, Jack. But at the same time, if and or when Trump inevitably does do something because he has the entire like House, Senate, and Supreme Court basically in his ass, whenever he does manage to pull something off to like save TikTok, that's going to be another thing that they have.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, Trump saved TikTok.
Yeah, that's-
Brandon's the one who signed it and signed the bill, and Trump saved it. And that's just going to be more ammunition for people
But
to
even
like,
with
go
that,
off
what
with.
doesn't make sense even with that is that the Supreme Court voted 9-0, despite like I think majority being like affiliated with Trump in some way.
Yeah.
So it seems kind of dumb that would like, if that does happen, like if he's like, oh no, we'll keep TikTok. It just seems weird
Like
that
I
they
said,
would vote
to
no.
me, that seems like them laying it up so that
Yeah.
Trump can.
I
Yeah.
feel like there's gonna be something that happens. Like
Yeah.
it's not. I don't think
And
that
I know
it's
the-
just gonna go away.
Yeah. Plus, the CEO himself has said like, oh, I'm working with
the
like,
Trump administration.
Oh, he did?
And I don't blame him for that because he's like, listen, I just got to save the app. I'm just
Yeah.
doing what I do to save
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
app.
I respect that.
Also, Tom Cotton, you're the only one whose name I know. Stay blessed. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Oh, like
The senator.
mean-
yeah.
but
His
most
name
of them
alone
can stay
says it all.
blessed.
yeah.
Yeah.
They'll probably take that in a different sense. Like, oh, thanks.
Like, hey.
I hope they do.
Oh my God! Bless your heart.
I hope they do
Bless your heart.
because the real ones know what I'm saying.
The real ones. The day ones.
But yeah.
But yeah,
So-
I just don't understand why, like, the Democratic Party is so ready to just like
it's a like
just so ready to
a
just
stupid
give
move.
Yeah.
give all these things
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
It's like you ended on an L and now you're making it even worse for yourself.
yeah. Like ultimately, if Trump does save it, like that's sick. But you know, it's just
Yeah.
it's
I just don't like that it's gonna get weaponized.
that, exactly. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Is that it's going to be used, and then when you bring up the fact that Trump is the one who started all this nonsense, they're gonna be like, but that doesn't matter because he didn't sign it, so that doesn't matter.
because he's the one that finished it.
Yeah, he's the one. He still saved it. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Brandon actually lost in 2020, and nobody talks about that anymore. Jesus Christ!
There you go again.
Got a grip.
Got a whip.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
just, it's very sad.
I agree.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling.
Well, I'm glad you told me. I'll take all that in.
Thank you.
I'll really think about it, and then next week I'll get back to you.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Editor, right here.
Do like the freeze frame at the end of a movie, and then just the text.
Yeah.
Like the end of
TikTok was saved by Donald Trump, our Lord and Savior.
Absolutely not.
Next week I'm not on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Not all podcast members agree with this wording.
Coincidentally, once this happened, Calvin was mysteriously disappeared from the podcast.
And Veronica.
We're actually in a whole new studio now.
What's going on, everybody? We're doing
Oh God.
what was like Magabois here, or some
Magabois.
stupid shit like that.
I would literally kill
Magabois.
myself.
Yeah, Magabois.
Oh,
You said Maca.
I thought you
Which
did.
one
Maga.
of you was going to be the lip curl girl?
Lip curl girl. Who's that?
Lip curl.
Lip curl.
We
I
are.
don't know.
I'm uncultured. I'm sorry. I don't be on TikTok like that. Well,
I'm sorry. But
He'd be on TikTok.
I
Just
don't be on that side of TikTok.
he'd be on TikTok the way he'd be on Twitter.
Yeah, chill. Chill. Well, who cares? TikTok's over with anyway. You'll never find me. That's funny. Okay.
funny.
Okay.
That's
Man,
funny.
the signature.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even like.
Like,
It's the top lip.
yeah.
You got to
I can't do that.
I can't.
I can't move my top
That's a
lip
lot.
independently of my
Should be
bottom
doing too
lip.
much.
It's like this. You got to
Yeah.
I can't do it with the top
Yeah,
lip
it's
and not
kinda
do it
like
with the
the-
bottom lip.
Yeah.
I gotta do it and then like
Yeah.
put
Nah.
your lip back.
I'm all set.
Anyways.
All right, yeah. So what are we talking about? What are we doing?
Why are we here?
Sidetracked.
Well,
I guess let's get to this,
why are we
to
here?
this week.
We're here because I want to
Gosh.
talk about something.
Oh yeah, that's right. we only got to my
Yeah.
how I was feeling.
So I want to talk about
If
parasocial
Yeah.
Ooh.
relationships. Kind of. I think this is in that realm. We'll start with the soft one,
Yes.
and then we'll move on to the one that's probably more controversial.
Oh, all right.
Interesting.
So some weeks ago,
I'm probably gonna be a hypocrite. I'll let you know that now.
hey,
Damn,
at least you're getting
stand
ahead of it.
on it.
he's gonna be like, yeah, no, that's fine for the soft one, and then like the
And
other
then the hard
one.
one. So for the first one, there was a story about this man. He had
You already
this.
lost me. Amen.
Because it's about a
Because
man.
he's distracted now.
That's crazy.
He had this spool of copper wire that he had bought 40 some odd years ago.
Yeah.
And it was basically down to the end of it.
I know this one.
And then he called his wife out to basically give this kind of like heartfelt, like, my life, 40 years of my life was in this spool of wire. I bought this that many years ago, and now it's almost done. And this is like a showcasing of like the time that I don't have anymore, the time that was there and has been used up.
Yeah.
And it was this very emotional thing. And then she comes out and she makes a comment. She's like, I can't even take you seriously because you have a Jets hat on right now.
Damn.
And the internet saw this and went absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And at first, I had also felt like, damn, that really sucks that he was trying to have that moment and she like was being silly about
See,
it.
I felt that, but for me, that's where it ended. But I'll let you.
Yeah.
I'll let you
Yes,
continue.
yes. A lot of people took it as per usual with the internet way too far.
Of course.
But that's just stupid people. But that's also kind of what this is about.
Yeah.
Now he later came out and said like, now some people question whether or not this was under duress. So take that the way you will. But he came out and said like, no, that's like she's very loving. Like I told her out of the blue to come out and film me, so like she probably didn't know, and like that's our relationship. Like we joke and stuff like that. So like when I heard that, I was like, okay. I took a step back and I was like, you know what? I don't know what their relationship looks like, so that might be their normal. You know, maybe that's their way of showing love. So then, in thinking about that and seeing everybody's response to it, and then even people saying like, "Well, yeah, he got a gun to his head. He's saying that," like that type of thing. I was like, "All right, guys, let's take a step back.
Chill out,
Let's take
yeah.
a step back." I think the message that people were trying to send with their reaction to that is important.
Yeah.
Because it does feel like a lot of the times, and this may just be me as a man bitching about a problem.
No,
I'd like to think it's a thing, but I don't.
An issue.
It's hard to bring up, huh?
You got one.
Oh, dang!
He's got one left.
No,
I
like you
have-
just used one.
I just used
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Good count. I don't even peep that.
Yeah, you said, and I was like,
Yeah.
sorry, I took him out of
People complaining?
You said
You
you had
said
a
this
yeah,
might be-
yeah.
okay.
But it does feel sometimes like men aren't allowed to be emotional, be vulnerable without being judged, whether it be by other men or by some women, because some women aren't necessarily receptive to it.
Unfortunately, I feel like that is true.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be, but
It shouldn't be, of course,
I feel
but
like it is.
you know, but also it is just to get the preliminaries out of the way before people take this out of context. It is a problem that was somewhat encouraged by men to other men, so it's like the problem we all created, but we also need to fix and blah, whatever. Fuck, who cares? Dang, I have two. I'm getting too comfortable.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. You got
Too
this.
warm and cozy.
So yeah, so it does feel like there is an issue where men aren't necessarily listened to when they're vulnerable.
No.
So this was like, I think the message that sends of like, hey, maybe we should leave that space for men to also kind of express those types of things and really listen to them. I think the reaction of being mad at the wife, claiming she's a bad wife and saying all this terrible stuff when we don't know what their relationship looks like
Yeah.
is a bit too much.
Yeah.
I think we're just going a bit too far. Or well, it's over now. The story's
Yeah,
long
yeah,
gone.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, it's just that way that people on the internet get when they immediately kind of like jump to a conclusion and then they just stick with that. Their first thought is immediately what it is and what it is forever.
Yeah.
And it's also sometimes very extra, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
responses. Like I don't know, I feel people take it too far. Like for me, like I watched it and like watching him explain that, I was like, damn, I'm kind of getting sad over here.
Yeah.
So when I did hear her response, it's like, damn. I was like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, wow.
I was like,
just kind of like, fuck
oh,
you.
yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
But to me, like I said, I watched it. I was like, oh damn, like that's kind of messed up. And then I
Yeah.
like kind of just continued. But like, I did look at the comments at some point, and like I was like, damn, they are really kind of going hard on her. Like
People were
talking
saying
shit
that they
about
should get
her.
divorced.
Yeah.
And like,
First of all, relax.
And the problem is that people project their own experiences on those
Yeah.
situations, and when they react from a place of like their experience, and it's like, yeah, it may not be the best thing that she could have said, but like after that video ended, who knows? Maybe they had a conversation about it. Maybe they did talk about it. Maybe they didn't talk about it. Like it brings up so much conversation, but it's kind of crazy how people will go from like the extreme so quick, because this isn't the first time people will be like, oh my God, divorce him, leave him,
Yeah,
like,
true.
oh, like it's the worst. And it's like, okay, like maybe I don't think that's necessarily the case, like especially over something like this, but people really do feel comfortable interjecting themselves
Yeah.
in a 15-second clip assessing somebody's whole entire life.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But I mean, that is the internet.
True,
And that's
yeah.
what happens when you put your life out on the internet. You are exposing yourself to criticism in all sorts. And that's unfortunate, but that's how it is.
Yeah. And it's all just a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you think
parasocial
about it, kind of-
relationships can definitely cross that line
Yeah.
really quickly.
Yeah. Especially for like parasocial relationships to somebody you just learned about.
I was
Yeah.
gonna
True.
say, like, normally you see it with like famous people, but
Yeah.
like when it's just like a
random
person,
TikTok that
random-
kind
a
of-
random
Right.
couple you
True.
found on TikTok,
Yeah.
you're
Right.
just, you know,
Like, relax.
taking it that hard.
Yeah. So, that guy, I hope that he was like that is like their relationship style, and that like it was something that, because even in the video, whenever she said it, he's like, all right. Like, so like that could mean that it was like for real, or like that's just like what he's used to. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
All right.
I just hope
Yeah.
that you were allowed to have your space that you needed and like
Yeah.
really get the message across.
Yeah.
Because like I
We
said,
got
what
the
he-
meaning.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
what he was saying was really like,
Oh yeah.
it had me like, I was like,
yeah,
wow,
it's
that's
sentimental.
crazy.
Stuff you don't
Yeah.
think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally a visual representation
Of your life.
of his time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's really crazy to think about. I would have had like a whole like
I would've-
epiphany in that
I would've been out there
moment.
crying.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, wow, like 40 years of my life is gone
Yeah.
now at
Yeah.
this point. And it's like I'm never getting that back. And it's crazy to think about.
Yeah, because we don't have like any sort of visual representation. Like we might get that feeling when we see old pictures of ourselves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have like a physical thing that we bring with us from
Right.
I think
when
the-
we're
yeah.
whatever age, 40 years into the future.
Yeah. 40 years for sure. But I think the closest thing that most people have to that are like pets.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And even then sometimes like pets don't always outlive their owner. So
Yeah.
like 40 years,
Well,
that's
not,
like
that's
I don't even
like a
know.
bird. A bird can live that long.
Damn.
Yeah, see there you
I
go.
don't even know that.
But like that's really
Yeah,
that's
true.
crazy to think about.
Yeah.
It is sad though that moment almost was ruined again by the reaction of the
reaction,
internet,
yeah.
because I feel like he was like, oh, like haha, maybe that's funny, and then like whatever happened after that, and then it's like, oh my God, I'm getting so much backlash.
Yep.
Like now he feels like he has to protect his wife, and it's like his wife probably feels like shit. He probably feels like shit. Maybe.
I think his wife put out a statement first, and I don't remember it because I didn't really watch it. But I believe the messaging around it was her, like, in a way, like, basically telling people, like, it's not that serious. Which
Not a great response.
it might not
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
But in
the
with what the
context.
public
Yeah.
perception
I respect
Yeah.
it.
Maybe we gotta get a little bit more
You
grace.
respect
Yeah.
it? What do you mean?
I respect it. Once again, I do agree a little bit more like social decor maybe, but like end of the day, like it's your life, like do what you got to do, you know what I mean?
Well, that's not the message I got from it. It's not that serious. It's like,
Well,
you know,
sorry, I got
yeah. The message was more so like shut up.
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Tell him. Once again, it's your life.
Respect.
Yeah, as long as once again,
As long as you're ready to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, well,
that's
yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
important
fair.
part.
and there you go.
I mean, I feel like you have to be ready the minute you post it on the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
low-key.
Which is once again crazy because, like, well,
You did say you'd be a hypocrite. Okay, it's
I
okay.
understand because it's like don't got nothing to do with you, but putting it on the internet for other people to see that
Yeah.
inherently does kind of include other people into it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
It's like maybe I just want you to spectate, be a silent spectator. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can't
no, no, you're
control
gonna do that.
There's
the
a
way
comment
that
section.
people
I'm gonna
spectate.
comment. I want you to
See
freedom
it?
of speech.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Exactly.
You can think, but you can't
don't
type.
tell me.
we listen and we don't judge.
Exactly.
But they do.
But they
judge for sure.
And they judge
Yeah,
hard.
Sometimes they don't even listen. They go straight to
Yeah,
judging.
exactly.
Go
Yeah.
straight to judges,
The
yeah.
commenters were like, y'all could listen and not judge, but we're listening
we're
and
listening and
judging.
Before you get into the second one, I just thought about it that like there is it's kind of like two sides of the same coin where like there's that where it's someone shows something and it didn't go like how people liked, but then like the other day I saw a thing where like a daughter posted like a video her mom sent her because her mom I think She's like in. I don't. I'm not gonna guess her age. That's not my job. It's
She's
very
older.
rude. But she had kids. Like didn't work out while she was raising the kids, and now they're
that's not
leaving the
that
place. So
right.
she's working again, and so she sends cute little videos walking home and stuff like that. So her daughter put it on TikTok look how happy she is that she's back to work and working and stuff. And so I was like, oh cool. And then I kept scrolling a bit. And then I saw a video of her mom reading the comments because everyone was like, yeah, you go, good for her, happy that she's
Yeah.
enjoying it. And she was crying, tears of joy
Yeah.
that people support it.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's it's nice when you see that.
Yeah.
But it does happen on both ends.
Yeah.
You do have people
It
that
just
are
it sucks that it's almost more like a negative response
Yeah.
than it
You
is
see
like
more
a
than
positive
negative.
one.
Then again though, maybe that's our For You page.
that's also true. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's tough.
The internet can be a beautiful place, but it can also be a very, very dark place at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah, it depends on what side you're on. Depends on the type of content you interact with.
Yeah.
Me, I'm a bit of a is SLUT, is that a swear?
No.
I'm a bit of a slut for drama. So
I feel like if you're calling yourself one, no, but if you're calling somebody else in a derogatory term, yes.
fair.
Then it counts.
Like
not a
if you're,
swear.
if you're
It's
trying
not a
to,
What if I say it with love?
I feel like if you have that relationship, it's fine.
So
but
saying,
if you're
you
like,
go,
you
bitch.
slut,
Yeah,
that's kind of, you
Yeah,
know.
that's
But if like,
different.
oh my God, you slut, like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
different,
yeah.
you know.
Like
It's the way
your
in
little
which you
slutty
say
little
it.
crop top, like that type of thing.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, headphone users.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good to know. But yeah, I'm a slut for drama. So that being said, I get a lot of the negative, but sometimes I'll see a positive,
Nice.
and I'll expect the negative when I go to the comments. But then it's positive stuff. And I'm like, nice.
Hey.
I'm interested
feels
to hear
good.
this more extreme version, though. If this is the light version,
I don't know if it's more extreme. I think it's just going to be more controversial. It's going to be harder for me to defend because of public
Is that the
perception.
one we? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
So this next one has to do with a young gentleman, talented
Yep.
and controversial.
Yep.
One Shameik Moore.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't think I saw this.
He's the guy that voices Miles Morales in the Into the
Everybody
Spider-Verse.
coming out crazy right
And
now.
Haley
You haven't
Steinfeld
seen
stuff.
months where
Wow,
Oh,
you
really?
know anything about
maybe
it?
give a
Yeah.
Okay.
a little
Sorry,
review,
y'all.
a quick review.
So
Recap.
Shameik Moore, he was opposite Haley Steinfeld in the Spider-Verse movies.
Correct.
She's Gwen.
Correct.
She's Gwen.
Yes.
Um,
yes.
Gwen.
So
Sorry.
during the press tour for the first movie, I think it was a long time
first
ago.
movie, yeah.
there was an energy in the
Yeah.
room between them.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say
Well,
between them.
yeah.
There was an energy that he
Was there.
He
That
seemed
he-
he
that he
seemed
gave
like
out a little bit.
he might have been into her.
Uh huh.
So people took that, they ran with it, and it
Yeah.
became a meme. They were like the only Spider-Man to ever fumble the love interest because Andrew Garfield
Yeah.
got with Emma Stone, Tobey
Yeah.
Maguire got with
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten.
Tom Holland obviously got with Zendaya.
still
with
So
her,
like
yeah.
it's like the only Spider-Man to fumble the love interest,
Which
and
is-
people were making a lot of jokes about
That's a
that.
tough rep.
And
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
that's a tough thing to deal with.
Yeah.
And then also claiming that like he was like messing up the energy in the room and like all that
Yeah.
stuff.
That's
And it was
crazy.
like it was a funny meme.
Yeah.
It was a silly meme, but when it was just a meme, like that was fine. That's
Yeah,
as far as we
okay,
took
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, when the second one came out, I don't remember if there was more of that type of energy that was displayed. I think there was, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe a
Because I
little
don't
bit.
remember, I don't
watched
remember,
them.
I don't
I just
remember
saw, like,
where which clips
screenshots.
came from which movie, so I'm not 100%
maybe
sure.
a little bit. I don't remember
But the
though.
important thing is, Haley Steinfeld announced that she was engaged to her her now fiance,
Yeah.
is a football player or something like that. And when she did that, everybody had already started bringing up Shameik Moore.
Yeah.
But then Shameik, sorry, Mr. Moore, I don't know him like that, posted a vague thing,
Yeah.
being like something along the lines of like, we all meet new people, we
Yeah.
move forward, something,
New
something
Horizons,
like that.
stuff
New
like
Horizons.
stuff like that.
Let's see if I can find
And
it
it
while you're
was
doing
a
that.
very, let's just say poorly timed.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay, he has it.
There's still more people to meet, more opportunities to come, and more chances to try. Live, learn, apply.
So if she's engaged to this man, assumably they've been dating for a while, correct?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would assume so.
Okay.
I don't know if we
Okay.
know
Yeah.
how long
Okay.
or whatever, but
All
yeah.
right.
Hold on though. Everybody thought
That's fucking weird.
it was directed to her. What if he was talking about himself? What if he was sad? What if he was like, she's engaged now? Well, more people to meet. You know what I mean? Instead of like,
it's
hey,
still-
shorty, what you getting
I
engaged
don't
for?
think
There's
it
more people
helps
to meet.
his
as
case.
I thought that's what it was.
as I think it was more so for himself.
Yeah.
I know,
But
it
as far
was-
as the internet is concerned,
yeah,
it's still weird. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They don't care.
bro can't be sad.
No.
You
Haley
can
Steinfeld.
He could be
It's
sad,
Haley
not
Steinfeld.
publicly.
Yeah, not publicly.
Haley Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld. Everybody's
They
sad
said,
about
they
that.
said,
Damn.
stop stop pushing it in my face. Keep that shit out of my media. That's
Yeah.
3.
That's like 4.
As
Actually.
I was, is it?
You said like shit and fuck. I think.
Did I?
I think so. He said.
I know I
shit,
said the B word, then I said the
yeah,
F
shit, and
word.
then stop. Oh no, you said like pushing him. Never mind. You're good. You're good.
Okay,
you're
yeah,
good.
okay, cool. Whew, I was like, I got scared.
The B word.
He
She
put that out
announced,
after being
yeah.
sad.
So yeah, yeah. So she announced that she was engaged. He put out that tweet.
Yep.
poor time.
And
Ridiculous.
very poor timing.
Ridiculous.
Very poor timing. And whether or not it was a response to like the people being basically like in his
Yeah.
mentions, and then him saying that because of what the people were saying, not necessarily, it's not specifically to her. I don't know the context of it, but that's what happened. Then this went on for a while.
I was gonna say there's got to be more.
People were calling him Rizless. They were calling him corny. They were destroying this guy.
Yeah.
And it was still a meme at this point. It was still, but we were getting close. We were
Yeah.
getting close to it being more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he posted a picture.
Oh, before you do that, I do want to say he's done this, but he's never like explained further.
No,
Like he just drops
Yes.
the tweet. Everyone says what they think it is, and he's never.
he's never
Yeah.
clarified.
To-
Yeah.
To be fair, at that
I'm saying
point,
he has to,
at
but I'm
that
just saying he
point-
never has.
At that point, I don't think anybody's really like willing to hear him out. So I kind of get
And
being like,
that's where
you
this
know,
conversation is
Yeah.
probably going to go.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
I think I agree with that. I forget the actress's name.
I don't remember.
Can you look it up for me?
Laura something.
Laura something, I think.
Laura Green something or something like that. I
She
don't
played
remember.
Liz in
Yeah. Am I
Spider-Man:
tripping?
Homecoming. Have you
That
seen
might
that
not-
movie?
That might not be Laura. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Okay.
Laura Harrier.
Laura
Oh,
Harrier.
I got Laura.
So he
Yeah.
posted a picture of himself and
Ignore the dude in the middle, but that's the picture. It's a really
wait,
bad
I
picture.
don't think I've actually.
Uh-huh.
yeah, so he
Let me
posted
look
that
it up, the
picture
actual one.
with the thing like new music coming or something like that. Now,
Oh, I have seen
And
that.
for
He
That's-
just put,
reference-
is this? That's the tweet.
yeah. Oh, okay. Music coming soon.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, it literally says music coming soon
yeah,
in there.
music coming soon, yeah. Because like music notes and this is coming soon.
Yeah, like music. Yeah.
Tripping. Anyway.
So
We'll
just
get there,
and
we'll
also
get there.
just for reference, because this makes it even funnier, she was a love interest in the first Spider-Man,
Oh, true,
the Spider-Man
true.
Homecoming. So it's also kind of funny
Everybody's
that it
like,
is
he's going
Spider-Man.
for a different.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's pretty funny.
He's
So
gotta
he
stay away
posted
from
that.
Spider-Cast.
So then people then started calling him the Riz God. People started saying, "Oh, okay, he's doing his thing." Blah blah blah. Meanwhile, she's in a relationship with another person.
Yep.
And that's what other people were also saying. That
That's
she's in a
fucking
relationship with another
messy.
person.
It sounds like he likes to be in the mess.
So hold on. So we're I'm still not at the end.
Yeah. Still going.
I
So
do.
she put out a TikTok talking about how she is engaged to someone else.
This girl.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Laura Harrier.
Correct.
Yes. How
Okay.
she is engaged. Now, in this, she said things along the lines of, I don't know why he posted that. And
Like,
also
I
called
messaged him to like take it down.
yeah,
And stuff like that.
also called him a
Yeah.
weirdo.
Yeah, she called him a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I can't say that first word.
Oh, true.
Oh yeah, I understand. I understand.
But yeah, so she said all that stuff, and then he put out this black and white Travis Scott apology, where I don't even remember what he said.
Basically, just like I was like the photo embodied like the feeling of the song.
yeah.
But like I didn't intend for it to come across any kind of way.
Bullshit.
That was essentially what he said.
So I think I have because I think he deleted it actually.
Of course you
But
did.
his apology, this was December 21st. But he basically said, "This is all a misunderstanding. Unfortunately, it's all public. It's really the fan fiction. That's what's fucking weird. I mean no harm. The post, which like it's in like parentheses, about art for me."
Honestly, I know you still haven't finished. I know there's more, but I feel like thus far, hearing what I've heard about him, it kind of feels like he likes to be in the mess. He likes to be in the drama, and like at first things didn't pan out the way he wanted, and that's when everybody was kind of clowning him. So he's like, I gotta somehow get my energy back and get my vibe back. So that's why he did what he did. Messy as fuck, especially since the girl's engaged. But that's my theory. But I'm gonna continue letting you say the story because now I'm curious.
That's effectively the end of the saga. That's like the last step.
It just
in
feels
the
very
equation.
messy. It feels like if he was a woman, he would be labeled as messy, chaotic. She's just trying to stir up drama. Like it's giving very much like not maybe pick me energy, but like once he realized that things weren't going his way, he wasn't getting the same reaction as the other Spider-Man. He was maybe like, oh, I gotta change things up, you know?
Not you being parasocial. So not you being parasocial.
And that's what we're going to talk about today.
You know, and I might be, but I feel like that's like my theory in that sense, because it's like
which was most of the public
No.
response.
Right,
And
because it's
also
like-
realistically, you don't know most of it. You're finding it
No,
already.
right. And it's like I kind of get why he'd be like he'd want to change his image, but I feel like if you're gonna change your image and do that, do it with somebody that like your PR team hires. Like do it with somebody that's not engaged.
The steps that he's taken throughout this journey truly
They
baffling
are,
to me.
they are a little.
But
I
that's
don't know
what
how
I'm
you. I don't know how you
saying.
don't have the foresight to think some of these things through.
Yeah.
That's what
But,
I'm saying. It's so disrespectful to like imagine her man. I'd be fucking
I will say with that tweet
I'd just be
specifically.
like, hey, why do you post a picture of you? I'd be like, I don't know. I'd be like,
I'm-
all right,
But well,
that's
even,
crazy.
but even beyond that, I think she's in the music video for it, which is why he did it.
Yeah, I think also
and like
I think it was that the video would fit the vibe of the song, and that's what he was
That's what
talking
you're saying,
about.
yeah, yeah.
And then he posted
Yeah.
the picture from the video
Yeah.
for the
So-
but
song.
it gives messy.
A little bit.
it does a bit. Like I kind of see like where he was kind of going.
Yeah, but hold on, before we get into this,
okay,
The thing that-
sorry, but remember what you're gonna say.
No,
Hold
yeah,
on,
yeah.
before we get into that, I just want to ask real quick because this doesn't have to be a long thing. I just real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
So you mentioned that like if it was a woman, she'd be labeled as like messy,
Yeah, yeah.
and all that.
Fair.
What if I don't know if this is something we quantify? What do you think is a worse rap to have? That you're like messy and starting drama, or that you're a weirdo like
Weirdo.
No one wants
You
to
think
be a
so?
weirdo.
Probably a
Because like
weirdo.
if somebody
You
was
think
like,
so,
oh,
too?
you're messy and like a stir, I'd be like, well, if I was one, I'd be
well,
like,
even if it's like broaching
Yeah.
on like even if it's a
But if
broaching on
I
like
wasn't-
homewrecker.
huh?
Well, even if it's like because like that, what your explanation is
I
also
feel
always
like-
giving
Like a-
homewrecker.
like a homewrecker.
Yeah.
I feel like it shouldn't be this way, but I feel like weirdo holds more weight
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
homewrecker.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like being called a weirdo, like
Okay.
it sticks
That
with
is
you
a-
longer
that's a
than being called a
terrible rap to
homewrecker.
have.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Rap's
people,
like a homewrecker.
right?
Homewrecker
Yeah,
is like-
People are
There's
willing
plenty of
to, like-
successful home wreckers. How many successful weirdos are there? Besides Weird Al.
yeah. No, that's true. I know. I know personally, I'd rather be called a homewrecker than a
Oh, yeah.
weirdo. So I get
Right.
that.
I feel like it's just like the weight that each.
Yeah.
Like, it
Okay.
holds.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because,
So yeah,
like,
that's all that I really
there's
wanted
also
to.
like, not to get. There's also like a dynamic, like a homewrecker. It's like someone that you like despise because they
broke up a
had the
relationship.
capabilities to do something like that. Whereas a weirdo
I think-
is someone who is perceived to not have the capabilities to do much, and they're just weird. You know what I mean? Like they're just like you're like.
I think also with like calling him a homewrecker, I think it requires a bit more.
Well, no. Sorry. If,
Like,
if,
she's
if he
saying
was a
if-
woman.
yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, never mind then. Just
Yeah.
forget it.
People call women homewreckers on a regular
Well, no.
Tuesday.
I was gonna say like in this case, like that. There's nothing that's really
Yeah.
been done to
Yeah.
home wreck.
If anything,
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
a
it's
picture.
only. Yeah.
It's
He didn't put like
attempting.
heart eye. No, it's not. He didn't put heart eyes or anything. It's
So,
music
yeah, so
coming.
that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
tweets.
that's
That's
not
weird.
the main juice of this
Yeah.
conversation that I wanted to kind of get into.
Yeah.
Was that I feel like because there was that initial public perception when the first movie came out of him fumbling the bag, that has only amplified and intensified. Now, to be fair, there is one tweet, really old tweet that he has
Oh yeah, I saw that.
that is absolutely hilarious. Top 10 tweets of all time, where he's just like, "I really love white women." Like that's basically what the tweet says.
I get it.
And that's
Based.
hilarious.
Based.
Top
I've
10 of
been
all
seeing
time.
people like
people can't use
bring
that
that
to.
up.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you
It's
can't
old.
I've
use
seen people
that.
bring that up and
anything
come out
related to
crazy,
this.
and I'm
No.
like, listen.
It's old.
Everybody
All
has
I'm
their
saying
preferences.
is- that's
If
what
that's
I'm
his
saying.
preference.
Yeah.
Like
it's
you
so
mad at
funny.
him because he like white women? Like let's be real, bro.
No.
Let's be real. Like once again, everyone
Because he
has
has
a
a steady
preference.
helping of milk in his diet.
That's
Come on,
what I'm
son.
saying. like more so than like I don't know, like than my personal preferences, like aside. But like somebody like just because of their preference, you're gonna come at him crazy.
Yeah.
You don't know that man. You don't
Yeah.
know like grow up.
Yeah, and
grow
it's-
up.
and
Also,
it's-
to get upset at anyone for their preferences of who they date,
That's what I'm saying.
You're a weirdo. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
That's so
And-
irrelevant.
A little racist. Not a little, you're racist.
Not a little.
Yeah, it seems like the internet kind of slaughtered him.
I'm gonna let him say that because if I say that, it means something different.
No, I've dealt with a lot of
A white person commenting on like white racism is certainly a lot different of a
Yeah.
vibe
That's
than
true.
a black
then,
person
yeah.
commenting
No,
on white
I know,
racism.
but even within certain people, I won't name any names. People that I know is very much like the whole like race mixing thing is a
Yeah.
no, and I'm like,
Why do we
we in
care?
2025, yo. We
We're
in America.
humans.
If you want, this is the melting pot. Like,
Yeah.
get, anyway.
Facts.
Also, let's expand our horizons. Anyway,
let's try different flavors. So yeah. So with all that, I think like the beginning stuff happening set a vibe that people took as a joke at first.
Yep.
But then with this, and then with his subsequent kind of like missteps, people have taken and they've really, really ran with it to where they're saying that like he's like basically like the reason that Spider-Verse isn't going to come out.
no, that's the thing that I was
going to
going
get
to
canceled.
say.
He's going to get replaced.
Yeah, that's
and like I just when I see stuff like that, all I think about is like people. It's the people's reaction to this that are making it bigger than what it is. And it also, I feel like it also, Laura Harrier, her response to it, valid if that's how she was feeling, that's entirely her thing. I just think calling him an effing weirdo is heavily influenced by the way that everyone around it is perceiving it, instead of looking at his actions specifically.
It almost feels like, if I like, I'm not gonna speculate.
No. But this is pure speculation. There's no.
But I'm just like, if it kind of seems like a quick to jump on like the
bandwagon?
Yeah, I'm not bandwagon because like I guess she is directly
but like
involved,
the energy,
but like everyone's already kind of like shitting on him. So if I just boom, it's,
I think I don't like.
I'm not saying it's the case.
Yeah, that's not necessarily the case, certainly. But it's like I think there is something there that like she is receiving the energy. So then she's responding to that energy as if that was actually what's happening.
Because she also like is engaged.
Yeah.
She also has a career in acting and doing other things. So like I know she does
her
have
name
a
is
lot.
now being brought into
exactly.
this conversation.
So I get kind of like having to like, hey, let me just get this attention off of me real quick. But like I said, speculation. But I don't know it because like I said, you said calling him a fucking weirdo. It seems a little bit much from what was there.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It just seems a little much.
Yeah, I think it
to
was
be like, hey, I don't know what that's about, guys.
Yeah.
I'm happily engaged with this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's
like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's his thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
So stop asking.
Ask him.
And even if you explain like the whole like I asked him to take it down, he hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
Then fair. Once
Then
explaining the situation.
that's when you let that be what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that part does get me like mad. Not the her part, but like the fact that everyone is now like
taking a joke so far that is now their perception of who this person is.
Not even that. Well, yes, but like
leading into the Spider-Verse thing,
exactly.
like
Everyone being like, oh, like now Spider-Verse is gonna get canceled. Oh, we have to replace him. Oh, like now he like Miles is like the worst Spider-Man. Like getting so integrated to that point, you need to do something else. You need to find your better uses of your time because it's like, yes, he's fumbled the bag a lot. I'll give him that. I'll give you that. But like to then not be able to distinguish like the art and the artist to say that like because of his, let's be honest, like momentary bad rep is going to affect like this multi-million-dollar project. No, they're not going to do that. We're not doing that.
I also feel like there have been way worse like things
Offenses?
that have happened.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't outright like
done it. Like
it's all just been like a tweet. No, it's the first thing was a tweet and response. Not even a response. We don't know that, but like a tweet that is attached because everyone's attaching it to that. Yeah, even if it is, he's allowed to be in his feelings about whatever. If he was feeling her, totally justified.
Yeah,
I've been there.
But like, even the second thing, the picture, there wasn't much going on. If he like did not think about posting, okay, it's fine. But there has been no like real offense. I feel to really take it to the point where it's like, replace him. He just shouldn't be Miles, or like the movie might get canceled because like all this like, bad like attention or whatever.
Yeah.
But what makes it what upsets me though is like I was saying, like the fact that this all stemmed from a joke and a silly little thing that we all kikied and laughed about is now like a genuine rap that this person has. And when it comes to like Haley, and I think this also affects Laura a little bit too. Haley probably didn't see anything weird about the message, but now that the perception around it is saying this, that probably has her thinking like
it
doesn't
her
mean,
perception.
is it mean something? So now you're not only are you affecting like public perception when you
also
have these
like
responses, you're also
interpersonal
because now whenever they do work together, there is going to be like an uncomfortability there because of how everybody has been reacting to this. That didn't have to be there, and it's not Haley's fault. She's she's arguably a victim to it as much as Shameik is, if not maybe a little bit more. Like so now her feelings on him have probably shifted because of that, and it's just like I think like when it's funny in his jokes and we're all just laughing, like, having a good time, he calling him corny or whatever, that's fine. But like when we're taking it to serious lengths and like starting to influence people in this way, it's too much.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Like the thing that like people have to remember is that yes, they have a way bigger bank account and more like publicity, but they are still like people too. Like, hey, they still have feelings. Remember that.
Yeah, they're also trying to work.
Also, exactly.
This
is their career. Yeah, like.
And just oh, sorry, were you gonna say something? Okay, all right, I don't want to interrupt you again.
No, you're good.
But yes, I think also one thing I'm really not a fan of on the internet is the lack, and it's like I don't know if you can solve for this or whatever, but the lack of charitability we are willing to give people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we have this set perception, and then they do something, and then we mold that action to fit what our perception is, as opposed to like taking that action for what it is.
Yeah.
And assessing it in that way.
Yeah.
I've always hated it. I hate it when it happens in real life. I hate it when it happens on the internet. And it makes things worse.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I think the whole thing just stems from just Mr. Moore not thinking twice,
thinking through.
maybe even thinking 3 times, or
Like
talking to
about
the
when
PR
he did
team.
things, yeah.
Like, hey, is there anything weird about me doing this? You know, like
He needs a PR crisis
Or
team.
once again, just hitting her up and be like, "Hey, is it cool if I post this picture?"
that's also
just
true.
that's it.
That's
the main thing. Because if you're on a personal
yes,
level,
Mr. Moore.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to you directly, man to man, from the heart. More so asking,
I hope you're doing all right.
why didn't you ask her to use that video first?
Also true.
Like, I get it. It's your video, probably. You probably took the video, and it's, But given the press around the Haley Steinfeld situation,
True.
why would you not think to ask first?
True.
And, like, some people might be like, well, yeah.
Wait, what is he asking for the Haley Steinfeld
asking
thing?
Laura to use that
Oh,
video.
Laura.
He's like,
Okay,
with the
I
previous
thought
press that he
okay,
kind of has.
gotcha.
With the press that you're going to have, why wouldn't you ask
PR,
her
whatever.
first if it's okay to use that video? Considering what I think, I haven't heard the song, to be fair, but what I imagine the vibe of the song is, and again, your current reputation, just seems like a bit of a misstep. And like some people might be like, see, that's just more proof that he's a weirdo. But like,
Not like.
have you considered why would somebody in the public eye as much as Shameik Moore is,
Especially right now,
why would he purposefully go out of his way to do things to further
actively-
tank his?
Yeah.
Like clearly he's just
He's like,
not thinking
yeah,
about the stuff
he
that
thought it
he's
was innocent. Like,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So like I think attributing poor intention to it, given that he is a public persona, knowingly a public persona.
We both did it.
I don't know. It just seems. I just think we should take a second to think about each step and how it would make sense and what wouldn't make sense, instead of having this bias pre-established and then taking these things to fit our bias.
I agree. Facts. Talk to him. Let him know.
I think I've said my piece.
Mr. Moore, if you're still here,
If you're still watching.
when is the next Spider-Verse coming out?
Apparently it hasn't.
Never,
they haven't even
according to
started.
the internet.
Yeah, apparently they haven't even started make serious progress on it because they asked the Miles G. Morales voice actor, and he was like, I don't know.
I haven't been called since
Well,
3 years ago.
Yeah, which is crazy. Get him in the stew. I'm trying to see more of him anyway.
Were you gonna comment on like the music video thing with her? Is that what you were thinking about talking about earlier, or is that just completely?
She's like, at this point.
Okay. Well,
Did you have anything you wanted to add to the conversation? Even if it's a dissenting opinion,
No.
that's fine.
I already said what I had to say, really.
Okay.
I feel like I understand why. I understand both coins. I understand why people are kind of having the reaction that they are, but I also understand why he is having the reaction that he's having, because it's almost like the whole world is against you. And when you have millions of people and millions of so-called fans that are like kind of tearing you apart and saying that you have no riz and you have no this, you have no that, and like you fumbled the bag and like you're the cause of the demise of this like series, like that's a lot for one person to take. So I feel like it's kind of understandable as to why he did the things that he did. Not that they're justifiable, but I feel like people, they don't really take a second to step back and think like maybe there's a reason as to it. Not that it's a good reason, not that it's a right reason, but like maybe that's why. But like people also need to learn how to be kinder to one another.
True.
I feel like, because I
True.
feel like the first immediate reaction for anybody on the internet is like visceral attack.
Yeah.
Like it's very like dog eat dog, and everybody says we live in a dog eat dog world, and like you see that on the internet every day, and it's kind of sad. Like I do feel bad for him, especially you have millions of people tearing you apart. Like that's gotta do something to your ego.
Having the reputation that you scare the huzz, that's
that's
detrimental.
Like
Every
I don't
man's
know.
worst
Every man's
nightmare.
worst fear.
And I
know.
feel like he was probably proud of his work on Spider-Man, and now he probably can't even be proud of that because like the stigma surrounding it, and it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
So I mean, while parasocial relationships I think are good, I think like there needs to be boundaries.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, for sure. Definitely.
For sure.
I also think we need to stop more so with Spider-Man, but this also would be for like any kind of series. Just because majority of the people do it that are in that series doesn't mean that every person that fills that role needs to do that.
Also
I
true.
think putting that on them is unfair, especially when like she probably was already in a relationship
at that point.
since the
Yeah,
beginning.
like they're also putting it on her.
What do you
for,
expect them
like,
to do?
her
That's what I'm
not
saying. Actually be a
being with
homewrecker?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's putting
Yeah.
her in a like situation, an imaginary situation,
Right.
Like where they were purely coworkers, but everybody's like low key, and now she's like, well, like it's not happening, so you have to.
And that's uncomfortable.
Exactly.
It
Like
is.
to have to assess that not only on your own, but with your partner and in the public eye. No, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. I'll let you know now. You know, me and anyway, you don't have to.
Continue.
Yeah, no, me and Rhea Ripley.
Nice. What happened? Okay.
Stop! Don't
Sorry.
pay attention. Take over the episode.
I'm distracted.
job to do.
I'm like a cat. Anyway. All right. Unpause. Hey. You've heard what we had to say. How do you feel? Be nice. Be kind.
Be nice.
Be honest, but don't be a freakazoid in the comments. Anyway.
Unless you a freakazoid. All right, I'm sorry. Cut that out.
No, editor, keep it in. I'm going to talk around it so that way you have to keep it in.
Damn.
That low key be happening sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I'm editing and like I want to cut something out, but there's like talking in between it. And I'm like,
Like, well,
That happens to me too.
sorry. Anyway, yes, let us know how you feel. If you agree or not. Once again, don't be extra about it, but, you know, we love the discourse. But, yes, lovely to see you as always. You know who we are, but just in case you don't, we'll let you know we are
Duh, boys.
And, you know, hey, we'll catch you next time.
See you later.
Why are you killing them?
Bye.
Nah, I'm shooting like a heart around their frame. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Doses.
Bye.
Later.